Howdy, it's the end of January, so it's time to do my monthly evaluation and also look ahead at what's coming in the next month. So I've got my notes on my iPad here and we'll just kind of go through them. So I usually ask 6 questions with my evaluation. First one is projects completed. I did the flannel petticoat that I made for the Christmas skirt. Was too long for the skirt. I didn't show that in that video, but it was. So I shortened it with some pin tucks and added some elastic at the waist to make it a little more practical. I also mended some holes in a comforter and mended my dad's trench coat. I finally finished the Christmas gift for my niece, that book bag. Oh my goodness. And also I made some mittens for this really cold weather we've got. Boy, it's cold today. So that means I've completed 2 out of 65 items on my level 1 skill tree. I'm hoping to check off more of those next month. We'll keep going though. So I want to know, what about you? What did you make this month? Let me know. All right, next question. What went well? Several things, actually. I found a new rhythm after all the holidays, and I was really consistent with doing at least one small thing of sewing every day. So I was really proud of myself. That was good. I made some mock-ups and learned from them. Practiced on scraps, skills that I was really rusty at, or the things that I didn't remember how to do or was learning how to do. I was really good at problem solving, even if it took me a while. I did finally figure out a way to get it done. And when I was stuck, I researched what others did. And I started a playlist of videos that I found helpful that you can check out if you like. I broke up small tasks into small pieces, took breaks as needed, stopped when I reached my daily limit. This is a skill I'm learning. That's not always easy. And I didn't give up. I was so proud of myself. When I got really stuck, I reached out for moral support and invited a friend over to help me, give me the encouragement to keep going on that difficult project. And we had some fun. I actually enjoy sewing. When it's difficult, it's not always fun, but I do, in general, really enjoy sewing. I mended and altered several items. We all know how that mending basket kind of piles up, so I was really proud to get some things checked off that list. And I started rebuilding my confidence and skills of sewing. I haven't really sewn in like 25 years, so it's almost like I'm starting from scratch and trying to remember how this works. So what about you? What did you do well this month? Next question. What did I learn? Lots of things. Did lots of new skills and refreshed some rusty skills. So let's just kind of go through them. I sewed somebody else's design as a gift from them. That was a huge stretch goal. I refined a self-drafted pattern, worked through a mental block, worked with duck canvas and sentimental fabric with velvet. I made custom sewing labels and learned how to do that. I persevered without neglecting healthy habits and limits. That's really big for me. And I made a purse or bag for the first time since like 2000. I also learned that I prefer to make clothes, and that is okay. I made a self-drafted pattern for mittens following a YouTube tutorial. And I learned how to do pin tucks, and I think they turned out pretty cute. And I'm really proud of myself. I actually did a lot more this month than I thought I did because I didn't check off as many projects, and yet look at all these skills that I've been developing this month. I'm really proud of myself. What about you? What have you learned this month? Next question, what would I do differently? Number 1, the biggest one, I would start with simpler projects. If you're learning how to do something or remembering how to do something that you're really rusty at, don't jump in the deep end like I did unless you want a lot of headaches and frustrations and things. If that's your bag, go for it. But I need to start with smaller projects. I also need to allow a much larger buffer for deadlines. Because I did not finish this Christmas gift in time for Christmas, but I did get it done in January. I was proud of that. I also learned if you're using ties, I need to give shorter tails and allow a longer slit there to tie them, just to make it more practical and easier. I also need to research the 18th century petticoat a bit more. When I did my Christmas skirt, I think the front and back waist should have been gathered the same length, which they weren't. And I also think I may have overlapped the sides too much. So I'm actually, in my mending pile, is that Christmas skirt. I'm going to add an elastic band for the waist to make it a little simpler. Also, be careful not to delete the footage. All right, what about you? What would you do differently with the projects you are working on in January? Okay, next question. What training tools, etc. would help? Huge shout out to sister number 2 for the awesome Christmas gift. of some tailor's hams and I don't even remember what that's called. The wooden thing that you put on top of your ironing to make sure the seams press really flat. What is that called? Let me know in the comments because those tools are new to me and I'm learning about them. Like I said, I haven't sewn in 25 years and then I was just, at the advanced beginner level. Okay. Also, I have a goal of wanting to learn how to draft my own patterns, and I really want to be able to do that, but I don't have to start there. So I learned that pattern drafting can wait, and I can start with pattern modifications. There's that old saying, you have to crawl before you can walk, and I think that's what I need to do and not get so frustrated and stuck because I'm trying to learn how to draft patterns. I can make stuff while I'm learning how to, the skills built up to be able to do that. I need to observe pocket placement in patterns and clothing. The pockets in my Christmas skirt were really weird, and so I need to kind of pay attention to that so that I can use that in drafting patterns. Just kind of a fun thing. I've really gotten into the Great British Sewing Bee, and I really like that. It's a lot of fun. I found it free online, and that's tricky when you live in the States, but I did find a place where you can watch it, and I'll put the link below just in case you're interested too. Not a paid sponsorship. I'm really enjoying that and the tips and learning from that. All right, so what about you? What tools or training or learning or education or whatever it is would be helpful for you moving forward? Okay, now here's the fun part. What will I focus on next? So I have started a little black dress that I'm calling my funeral dress just because I'm making it to wear to funerals, but it also can be used for other things too. And with that is a little half slip that, who doesn't love frilly under things? So I'm excited about that. I also have a dyeing project, first time dyeing fabric in like 25 years and first time doing it on the stove. I don't remember ever doing that. So I'm learning new skills there, and that's for a Valentine's Day project. And after that, I haven't decided for sure yet, so we will see. Okay, I want to know what project you're working on, and if you want to follow my journey, you can subscribe. If you want to see the making of these projects, check out this playlist. And thanks for hanging out with me.